hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, my name is Van. Beep beep, just kidding. Hi, my name is Van. I'm running for vice president. So I want to start off as to why I joined NAFA. So in this picture, the person in the middle is Lauren Lee. She is the former vice president and also my mentor. She inspired me and Lauren Pham to join NAFA for what it stands for. And I thought this was a great opportunity for me to build my leadership skill. So that's why I joined. So while I choose cancer chair, my mom was diagnosed with cancer 2 days before Chinese New Year in 2021. And I felt like that day I was devastated and I wanted to quit pharmacy school. I was very sad that day, but my friends and family was there to support me and I pushed through and I'm here today. And I just want to use that pain I felt that day and be a better person and grow as a leader and make it more impactful. So I got the chair position, as you can tell, but I could not have done this without Ashlyn. So Ashlyn, thank you so much for being my amazing partner. I could not have done this without you. So what we did as cancer chair, we did a lot. When I was doing compounding, we did a lot. We did a lot of tabling events. We did collaboration with Fighting Diabetes. We did collaboration with Smoking Cessation. So if you guys are interested, shout out to them. We did seminars. This one's in specific. We have a speaker come in to talk about empathetic. She was a cancer survivor. We did a breast cancer walk where we get to educate on breast cancer. I got 3 mimosa and then a drunk. Just kidding, I wasn't drunk. But I was there for the education, of course. Wink, wink. And then this last one is at a health fair. So in this health fair, the lady here pulled me aside and said, thank you so much for helping and educate her. And I feel like I accomplished something because my one goal is to just make one impact. And that's what I did. So what I want to do as vice president. So one of the things I want to do is to increase the P1 involvement. I talked to the former vice president. She was telling me how health fair was back then. So I want to reintroduce the way they did health fair in 2019 before COVID. So what they did was, which was allowing P1 to decide what they wanted to educate on during the health fair. So I make a little Excel sheet. I was drinking Waterloo and I was like, oh, that's the health fair. And then for the P1, LaCroix, LaCroix, sparkling water. Anyways, LaCroix is a P1, she wanted to educate, and then they'll decide what they want to educate on. So if they want to do power to stroke, they will have a poster there. And instead of the chair doing it, instead the chair being to educate, the P1 should do it because I think that's a way to grow as leader. This one is host a holiday social event. So what is this holiday social, you may ask, is where we raise money and the most, most involved person can choose where they can donate that money to. It's a way for us to give back and have fun. So one of the things I came across is called the Red Stand Project. The Grand Stand represent those individuals who fall through the crack, whether the crack of our social, economic, political system, or those of our personal consciousness. And I feel like that represents NAFA. So basically, we have a bunch of stands, and you see in the sidewalk, if there's crack, you fill it in. And I think that what represents NAFA, because NAFA is to fill the gap of health disparity.
1 minute left.
So I think these are some great events that I can offer, and I think I'll be a good candidate for vice president. So thank you for your time. Stay caring like this Dan and myself. So anyways.
So we have questions for you.
Questions?
All right, so for each question, you'll have 1 minute to answer. You're gonna have a question from me, Sarah, and Yashmi, okay? So
Yes.
I have the first one. So this year's theme was Nourish to Flourish. What does this mean to you, and what event do you feel best represents this theme?
I think for me, it's just to be out in the health fair. It's for me to grow and educate what I have learned from pharmacy school and be able to connect to those who are underserved. Because my family, we grew up in A-Leaf, so we know how there's not a lot of opportunity for health literacy and stuff. So getting involved and being able to do that and educate, that's why I'm here. So.
All right, the next question is from me. So SNAFA has numerous events, and it is the responsibility of the Vice President to report all these events to nationals. However, sometimes the initiatives do not report their events within the designated time frame. How do you plan on improving submission times on top of their schoolwork?
So for me, I would probably reach out to them prior to the event. I want to check up on them for like at least 1 or 2 times each month because I know how stressful it is. I think a lot of us initiatives know how stressful it is. So being able to just have that communication and just reminding, if anything, I can do it too. I make flyers myself, so I can help them if they need anything.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. And then your last question is from me. So as SNAFA Vice President, many students come to you for advice. How do you plan to encourage and empower students through their pharmacy journey as a leader in SNAFA?
I think before I joined, just the P1 year, I was very I didn't want to be a leader. I just want to hide my bubble and just, during orientation, I was overwhelmed. But I think having this connection and being able to be a part of this, I can stand in front of you guys today because I usually do not like to speak in front of people. And I felt like growing as a leader, you need to be outside your comfort zone and just be great, because you guys got it in you. So that's my answer.
All right.
I hope I answered it.
That's all the questions we have, Van. Thank you so much.